Memories are something I don't have anymore. Try to live without knowing what was once before. People thinking that you're stupid, you don't belong. Just another damn misery won't last long. You think life is just a simple breeze. Day by day I struggle, just as you please. The world won't slow down, remind you what you lost. You just gotta keep moving no matter what the cost. Stubborn minds see things straight as their own world. Social war, corporate wall of steel. Soldiers are the real one, fighting for their life. No one seems to care unless it's them who dies. It comes as no surprise. Something that it was died for. I hate to be the one who tallies up the final score. You gotta have it making people feel like the dumb. You paint a picture of what the world should become. I think you need to realize when enough is enough. You gotta learn to save it, not a way to back it up. Lead your path like the blind, leading the lost. I'm avoiding what you say, no matter what the cost. Stubborn minds see things straight as their own world. Social war, corporate wall of steel. Soldiers are the real one, fighting for their life. No one seems to care unless it's them who die. It comes as no surprise. Words are your deceit. So practice what you preach. Your words are your deceit. So practice what you preach.
Come one, come all. Thank you for watching Tarnation TV here on the YouTube channel known as Tarnation TV. This is Talladega Nights. We're going to do some racing tonight. My name is Blaine, joined by...
Brad.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Brad, how are you this evening, sir? This is going to be a good one. I can feel it. It's going to be good.
I'm excited. With some last-minute changes to the lineup tonight, some point standing, so it's completely kind of got everything a little bit shook at the last minute here. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. There's such an incredible race. For what spots did you figure from 9 through 20 almost?
Yeah, so the last-minute change, I did it really quick on screen there. The top 3 drivers in the points right now. We are here at race number 8 this evening. This is the last points race before the 2 playoff rounds start, which, the top 10 drivers go into round 1. Amongst the rest of the field, of course, there's usually about 40 drivers here. There is about 40 drivers here again tonight. Those 10 kind of race each other. The 5 best out of those 10 go into the championship race, and of course, only one can win. So out of the 5, somebody takes over the championship points. Unfortunately, Ken Roberts, Kelly Causey, and Craig Hagley, which you can see there on your screen, have been I put a little bit of a red fade over them because they aren't able to make those races at all. So they have backed out of points tracking. So that opens up 11, 12, and 13. Stephen Branstetter, Larry Windham, and Brian Wolf are now locked into the championship as of right now, of course.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have saw that coming. I didn't realize, especially Ken Roberts is having such a crazy season, but obviously life gets in the way and you got to do what you're doing. But yeah,
sort of warm temperatures, I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah, right. Let's go somewhere tropical and yeah.
Yeah, but that's crazy. So yeah, those 3 drivers are out. Now we move down to those, put 3 new guys on the bottom. So I did some math and I had some screens set up, so they are now irrelevant because that pocket has kind of moved down. So now instead of Stephen, Larry, Brian being on that bubble, now it's Grant, Billy, Greg, and Tom. Tom's 695 points. He might not make it. But then again, like we were talking about before, all those drivers highlighted in green need to actually start the race tonight to get any points.
Need to finish too to get any, because if it's a quick outing, a bad crash could easily take one of those top 10 out and substitute somebody from say 12 through 15.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the points range too as some of those races highlighted there in green of, guys like Roberts, for instance, having 185 points in a race. He's taking the maximum points out of a race. Winning and leading the most laps gives you those 185. But then last week, Roberts, you can see there in race number 7, only had 63 points because he was, he got wrecked out fairly early. Within the first 8 laps, there was an accident that claimed him. So now, that's the points range. You really do, like you said, you need to finish a little bit better than last.
Right.
To the booth, Jeffrey Elliott. This guy owns this place. I guess we should probably give him the floor for a second, eh, Brad?
Hey, well, I was going to say, speaking of 185, you're talking about Ken Roberts had a race with 185. The only other, that initial glance, the only other one, oh no, I'm a liar. I was going to say was the boss. He had a 185 with his, but look at Grant Wesley also had race 1 and race 5 with 185 as well too. So only 3 people holding that prestigious rank at the moment.
Well, I guess right now we can talk to last week's winner. Jeffrey, what's going on, bud?
Well, good evening, fellas. Blaine and Brad, good to see you guys. How was your week?
Oh, good as can be.
Yes.
That's awesome. And Canada, guys, is it cold or hot right now? Because it's hot. Hot is hot here in North Carolina.
It's
well,
hot.
My igloo just melted, so I'm currently homeless. But
You're a funny guy.
Look on the bright side of things. No, we're nice. We got some like 85 degree sunny weather today. It was perfect.
Look at you doing math Fahrenheit.
Well, I was just converting for our southern friends because if I said we were like at 24 with the breeze, they'd be like, "Oh, poor freezing bastard. So I figured I'd.
That's probably true.
Well, I'm learning, the rip and all the good stuff of Canada talk. But real quick before we start the driver intros, I just wanted to say I'm sure you guys have this is our last race for the chase before the chases start. So we have a lot of mixing up going on, and I think you'll explain that to the audience or have. I'm not for sure, but are you ready for some driver intros, fellas?
Yes, please. I'll head up to the driver room and we'll see the qualifying order. So who got the pole? We're going to find that out shortly.
Let me go make sure those 35, 36 guys or 38, whatever we got here. Let me make sure they're behaving themselves, and I'll be right back.
Right on. Come grab me. Yeah, I know the qualifying. The qualifying is wild here tonight, and let me tell you, number one, pretty cool. I can see it, and so could Brad. Oh, there we go. We're up in the room now. Good evening, gentlemen. Another fantastic night, full house. This is going to be a lot of fun as always. I can feel it. It's going to be great. I'll give it back to Jeff, and thanks again, guys, for making this so awesome and so much fun to do.
Mr. Blake, we are so honored to have you. You do a great job over here at Talladega Nights since day one, and we've learned together and grew together. And look at these amazing people that come out. Thanks, guys, for all coming out. This is our last race for the points, and it's going to be mixed up pretty good this last race. So I wish you all the best. Hope you're there at the end. And we're going to give the fans and ourselves a qualifying order, and we're going to start with Nate.
Nate Bolser driving the 079 ASPCA Chevrolet out of Seattle, Washington. I'd like to say hi to Jerry and Kathy, my wife and daughters, and I appreciate you watching and enjoy the race.
Starting second, Greg Loveland, number 88 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Good luck, guys.
Starting third, 41, the red Fireball Chevrolet painted by Rodney Sellens, Big Stone Gap, Virginia.
Starting fourth, 00, Kelly Causey, Mac 2 Chevrolet from Agricola, Mississippi.
Rolling off fifth, the number 55, Ken Roberts, driving the Mountain Dew Chevrolet, painted by RDS.
Starting sixth, Grant Wesley from Princeton, Indiana, driving a number 88 NOS Energy Drink Dodge Challenger.
Starting in the seventh position, Doug Hewlett driving the 23 Yeti Toyota Camry.
Starting eighth from Gainesville, Georgia, Mark Paglia driving the 28 Wood Brothers Motorcraft Ford.
Rolling off ninth, John Godfrey driving the 711 LaJoy's Camaro.
Starting 10th, Brian Lovell, number 043 in the Valvoline Dodge. Want to give a shout out to my teammates at Wolfpack Racing.
Starting 11th, number 93, BSR Ricky J, a.k.a. Jovan Anderson, Dodge Amoco vehicle from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Starting 12th, Billy Elliser driving the number 26 Flintstone Dodge.
Starting 13th, the 09 VHD Ford Mustang, Larry Wyndham.
Starting outside seventh row, Greg Palmer out of Lewis, Delaware, driving a 22 Chevy SS Flamin' Hooters, painted by the one, the only, Rodney Sellens. Good luck, guys.
15th, the 0 car, Pat McCarskey, Jolly Ranchers Dodge.
Start 16th, and Lovell driving the 388 Reese Karate Club car. Give a shout out to my wife, my kids, grandkids. Good luck, all you racers out there.
Starting in the 17th slot, the number 12, Gary Slingshot Mangus. Good luck, boys. It's fun. So much fun, I can't stand it.
Starting 18th, driver number 33, Jeff Goodpaster, out of Speedway, Indiana. I'd like to say hello to my wife, who could be watching, and I hope you have a good night at work.
Starting 19th, from Martinsville, Virginia, Garland Oaks, and number 67, Buddy Arrington, Dr. Pepper Zero, Toyota Camry.
Starting in 20, the one and only, the Wrecking Ball, Ulysses Sandoval, driving the 96 car at this point, hoping to finish the race. And also a shout out to Mama Sandoval, because today is her birthday.
Starting 21st,
Bobby Farrell, Frederica, Delaware. And the number 7 Menards STP Ford Mustang.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Starting 22nd, number 68 Outlaw.
Starting 23rd, Mike Mangialardi driving the 029 Ford Mustang Blackhawk down car. Shout out to my friends watching at the Rain Air Room tonight, and good luck, everybody.
Starting 24th, the 066 out of Warrington, Maine, driving the New York Yankees Chevy truck. It's an honor to be racing with you, gentlemen. Let's put on a good show. Good luck to everybody watching.
Starting 25th, the number 27 Chevrolet Camaro of Bob Pumpkin Sire out of Freeland, Michigan, sponsored by Jegs and U.S. Army.
Starting 26, Javier Negron from Bridgeport, Connecticut, driving a Chevy Camaro Monster Energy drink.
Starting 27th, number 884, Evil Blue Chevy Team Car. Brian Wolf from Youngstown, Ohio. I want to give big shout out and big props to number 67, Garland Oaks. Come over to our shops today and helped us for a couple of hours and got us racing and just in the nick of time. I'm back, fellas. Good luck.
Rolling off 28th in the number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet, Gary Hauser out of Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
You could ignore Blaine and Brad because we can't drive.
We know.
Starting 31st, number 48, Alex Moe, Riverside, California. The Low Chevrolet.
Starting number 32, Tom Dixon, 45, Chevrolet Batman car from Byron, Georgia. Thanks to my wife Tracy for watching and my friends on Tarnation TV.
Rolling off 33rd from Fenton, Michigan, Sean Dotson driving the Fago and Kogel's Made in Michigan Chevrolet.
Hey, it's Miller time back here in the 34th position, timer 20. Randy Claflin from Cutlerville, Michigan. Give a shout out to the guys up at the booth. Let's have a good race.
Starting 35th in the all North Carolina row, 85 Josh 2 in the Josh's Eggs Dodge.
Starting 36, the 03, Danny Hardy driving the Morgan Shepherd Racing for Jesus Chevrolet.
Starting 37th up in the nosebleed, car number 43, Bob Dixon from Macon, Georgia.
I think I got you beat, Bob. I'm way up there in the nosebleed. Starting in 38th position, Jeffrey Elliott out of Morrisville, North Carolina, driving, I believe, the Talladega Night Chevrolet, painted by the one and only Rodney Sullins. Just want to give a shout out to all you guys coming out tonight. Let's have a great race. Good luck. Stay out of trouble. Keep that car in one piece. And a shout out to our broadcasters. You guys do a great job. And my brother Chris, we miss you, man. Hope you're watching. And God bless everybody. Let's have a good race. There you are, Blaine. There is your lineup.
That's it, man. I won't waste any time. Hope you guys had a good long weekend last weekend. All the Canadians had a good one the week before that. So let's kick the tires, light the fires, la-di-da. Let's go racing.
10-4, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Blaine.
You're welcome.
Tracks up. 4 minutes of practice or whatever you need to do, guys.
Yep, it's open.
I think I'm back in the booth.
There you are. I was looking around. I thought I lost you.
So check that out. We had Nate Balser on the pole, dude. Look at those.
There we go.
Numbers are crazy. I'm keeping it locked right. The boys are going out for a little practice session. They got about 5 minutes of happy hour. So Nate gets that front pit stall with a 4.44.
That's not surprising though. He's had a decent season. I mean, he's ups and downs, of course, but look at his second race. He must have come in second place, or did he win it? He had 170 points in the race 2, and he had 138 in the first race, 127. A couple low ones, some ups and downs, but he obviously knows how to get to the front of the pack.
He's had some bad luck with getting caught up in a couple of big wrecks, just some weird situations, but that's cool to see right up front.
More than anything, right? It is the bad luck. That's what's going to get you. Like, if you got times like that and scores like that, then you know he could drive. It's just a matter of, what kind of internet glitches and or hiccups are going to have on the track any particular day.
That's the thing. You never know what's going to happen, and that's just, especially when you've got this many people on the track. It's
the full house tonight.
Is the game going to crash on me? Of course it is. Yeah, pretty much a full house today. We just had another glitch there. I was trying to get something going, and it didn't like what I did. Can you bring up the chat in the game there, buddy, and just let me know when Blaine Donlin has fell to an unacceptable level?
Yes, will do.
Just put your tile key beside your number 1 button.
Oh, I'm old pro now. You don't even have to tell me. I'm way ahead of you. Let's see. Not yet, though. There you go. You fell through to an unacceptable level. Be gone.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
We're coming
Simply
back.
Unacceptable. This will not do.
Yeah, so we won't have any pit boxes tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, it's part of the process. Trying to get.
It's weird, hey? Because
sometimes it's really, really good.
You removed. There was like a third-party app or something that you removed, and they said it was running better. It wasn't crashing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, mind you, your computer's doing 100 things at once too. So I mean, but most likely, and you and I both know what it is. It's these interns that we get, these constant. Just it's hard to get good help. That's the bottom line.
It is. That's the bottom line. It's funny because it is. Yeah, the third-party app was actually reshaped, and it's kind of unnecessary. But I put it on there when I'm taking screenshots and making the videos because it makes the game look really good, and I don't have to, do any post-processing. So
yeah, who's got time for that?
But then if I forget to uninstall it, it really does send the game for a loop sometimes. But either way, we're back in business.
That's all right. I've seen toolboxes before. I'm pretty sure I'll allow my suspension of disbelief to carry me through this evening.
Yes, exactly. 1 minute to go before green. Oh, we should talk about...
Were they changing the tires with nothing? Was that car just floating there? No, I'll be able to get past
hovercraft. The special announcement today, too. Jeffrey Elliott has stepped down as a Grand Marshal. So we contacted Nate Balser in the 079 and said, hey, Nate, you want to get your whole family together and maybe do the call to start your engines? And he said yes. So that's basically the entire Balser family is down trackside, and we're going to hear from them as these guys get ready to go green on the parade lap. With the gentleman, start your engines. It's cool, man.
Cool idea. Is that going to be something going forward that we're going to rotate through that?
It's possible. For now, I'll just leave it like that. And then I just see because Jeff had it for a while. So I'm thinking we should change that up a bit. And Nate, a lot of these guys are here every single week, right? So it's just one of those things. Yeah. Just reached out to him, and not to mention his entire family is usually watching this thing on the old YouTube machine as well. So it just makes sense to get everybody involved.
A lot of chatter.
Yeah, so once we re-rack these, the session here, currently finishing up happy hour, Nate with the pole position, which means he gets to roll off the pit's very first thing, which is a great spot. You got nobody in front of you. You can drive straight out to that commitment line, lock in that position as fast as possible. And of course, he's got the whole family doing the call. So we're about ready to hear from them. And then we're going to do some parade lap. And on the parade lap, we will talk with the pole sitter, which of course will be Nate Balser himself in the 079. Probably sponsored by the ESPCA. It's usually the sponsor he's running. Let's see if I can see it. Currently not on the track, so we're going to find out later. It's going to be a good race, man. I can feel it. This is the final race.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Playoffs.
It's going to be, like I say, especially, it was already going to be an exciting race to me, this one, because of the amount of positions I could have gone in either which way. But
retire your car.
We'll park it for the night. Truth be told,
we're gonna send it down
into the potato water there a little bit, so I probably should not be behind the wheel.
we are going to go to the Grand Marshals this evening, the entire Balser family. So let them take this next part away, as they say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Burnt Screwdriver Super Speedway. Under the lights at 11 fastest across the round. Drivers, start your engines.
Well, there it is. Hey, Jeffrey, if you can hear me, we're ready for the pole sitter. We're currently looking for Nate. Well, we got him. We found him. We're not looking for him. We know where he is. We're just going to talk to him this last about half a lap. Quick one.
We've simply misplaced him. That's all.
He's here somewhere, I swear.
I put him somewhere safe so I wouldn't forget where he was. And then I forgot.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hey, 079 Nate Balser, man, we just heard your entire family do the Gentlemen Start Your Engines thing, or Drivers Start Your Engines thing, so thanks a lot for that, dude.
Hey, thanks for the honor. We were all happy to do it. I appreciate the honor. Thanks.
That's great, too. You got the pole, man. Front row. What's that feel like?
Man, that's, I tell you, man, I was ecstatic. It's a nice feeling, as you know. It's just wonderful. I worked hard to get to this spot here. With the wheel and all that, and I'm just really glad, and I just hope we have a good run.
Right on, man. Do your quick shout-outs, and we'll let you get to it.
Thank you, Jerry, Kathy, my wife, Angela, and my daughters. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support, and see if we can pull a win out of this.
Awesome, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Now, that was a little last-minute deal because we were waiting for the things to kind of fall together there, and it's a 2.6-mile track, but when you're on a time crunch like that, it feels like an eternity. Hurry up, get Nate in here. We're running out of time.
Right.
Hopefully we didn't fluster him. Let's hopefully he doesn't spin the tires.
Hopefully the curse of Tarnation TV does not plague him this evening.
Yeah.
And by saying that, I am sorry for plaguing you with the Tarnation TV curse. You can't get around it.
Anybody who has not watched the broadcast in the past, the Tarnation TV curse is real. Basically, if we talk to you, you'll blow, a tire will go flat, something will happen. But you know what? That's got to change, man. Because Nate qualified first, and you know what? He's going to win. The Tarnation TV curse it's going to put him in the winner's circle, victory lane, as they say.
I like your optimism, but I'm skeptical. I've been burnt before.
Yeah. It's like, I've been burnt before. This movie that's coming out next week is going to be the greatest movie of all time. And then you show up to watch it, and it's like the worst thing ever. Like, it's not Jurassic Park. It's like Jurassic World. Yeah. It's like, this next Jurassic Park movie is going to be as good as the original Jurassic Park. I'm like, don't lie. It's never going to happen again.
We brought back the original cast to get your butts. I'm like, I had a modicum of hope. I'm like, maybe they're going to turn it around for the final one. And then it turned out they didn't. And I'm like, it's just a paycheck. I'm still
haven't watched it. Yeah. We saw Nate. Yeah, we saw Nate, obviously being first place pole sitter. He chose you're stuck on the bottom line, moved up to the top line, and then a third line is now starting.
Well, okay, look at
that. He went from the bottom to the middle to the top. And all of a sudden, we've got three wide racing just out of nowhere in the last 10 seconds.
Three wide. Look at Ty. Look at that. I'm on the helicopter cam just watching from basically the whole pack. And
that's crazy, though, man. That happened that quick. Like, so Nate moved up to the middle line, and they ran 2x2 for the first lap and a half, 2 laps. And then he decided to move up to the wall, and a third lane started and materialized out of nowhere.
We were still talking about Jurassic Park at the time, and I wasn't even realized the race had started. Oh, crud.
Oh, gosh darn fiddlesticks.
Shoot, not terrible. Oh, man, that is...
The Tarnation TV curse looks like it took out Palmer and the Flaming Hooters. Oh, there is a dumpster fire going on back here.
Wreckage back there, but it looks like...
Brian Wolf.
Quite a few are still back on the track, so maybe it was largely cosmetic, hopefully. I'm not seeing anybody off to the side just yet.
Yeah, I'm looking for damage currently. I'm going to rewind this. I saw Palmer go upside down because he's got a bright orange car. 56, go ahead.
Hey, are you okay?
Garland Oaks in the 67. How are you doing, buddy? Live on Tarnation TV.
Okay. I'm doing good. Doing great.
Oh, we're just scrubbing back through the replay here of that wreck. Were you involved in that at all?
I pinched it against the outside wall, and kind of scooted through it. So it don't look like I've got a lot of damage, so we're going to keep racing.
Rock and roll. We're going to check that right about now. Why not, eh? While we're scrubbing through the replay. Oh, you got the Dr. Pepper car. I got a Dr. Pepper story. You're going to have to watch the broadcast later and find this one. I have an amazing Dr. Pepper story. Oh, yeah, right in front of you. But yeah, like you're saying, it looks like you're just basically going to lose some paint on the right side of your car.
Right now, it looks like it's doing fine. We'll see when we get back in the draft.
Right. Are you gonna hit the pits maybe for some fresh tires?
It depends on what everybody else does.
Right on,
That's
man.
fair.
You got anything to say to Garland there, Brad?
No, I mean, congrats on getting out reasonably unscathed, I guess. I mean, it's just a shame we started off such a nice first few laps there, and hopefully we're going to see a nice little green-black race for a bit, but of course, it's never quite how you hope, right? But, well.
It never happens that way at Talladega.
No, right? It's always on your toes.
Thanks for speaking with us, Garland. We'll wish you good luck the rest of the race, man.
My pleasure. Anytime, fellas.
Yeah, my Dr. Pepper story is awesome.
I don't think I've heard it before, or have I? And it's been so long. This is a recent story? Oh, so I haven't even heard it yet.
I love Dr. Pepper. So
I do. It's the pop of pop. So it's.
Hey, 56 again. We brought back another driver for you, Blaine.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alex Moe in the 48. Good evening, sir.
Oh, I'm that driver. What's up, guys?
You are that guy.
Hey.
We're just interviewing red cars this evening. So your red car is very red.
I think it's more of a burgundy, but yeah, definitely qualifies
close
as
enough,
red.
I guess. So just before the race, like 10 minutes before we went live on YouTube, we had to change some things around. So I guess the first three guys aren't able to make the chase races, so have relinquished their positions, which puts you in first place in the season's points. Are you able to make those last two races?
Yeah, I should be able to, but that's unfortunate. Why the top three guys, as of right now in the points, can't make the race, the playoff races?
Yeah, Craig Hagley, Kelly Causey, and Ken Roberts, I guess they have plans. So those positions have been basically deleted. And you are the current season's point leader. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take the number one seed any day going into any playoff event.
And you were in a good position in position number 4 anyhow, because we had when we're looking at here, 937 points. So you were probably going to be locked into the championship anyway. It's kind of hard to lose 300 points in a race. But it's definitely cool to be, to be locked in there solid, show up every week. And yeah, hopefully for the chase, you keep that thing clean and get it there.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I got so many people whispering. It's hard for me to talk, but it's definitely going to be exciting. And like I said, I'm happy to have the number one seed, and we'll see how the playoffs go. I do have my playoff strategy planned for each of the playoff races, so it might be a little different than what I normally do. But good luck to everyone tonight who's trying to get into the playoffs for those last transfer spots, and good luck to everyone who's already locked in.
Right on, buddy. Well, I guess we'll let you get back at it. We're just watching you here grab another set of tires. So, good luck the rest of the race.
Yeah, I got bounced around in that wreck there. I just needed some new tires. Didn't show any damage, so we're not one to go here. The lights are still on, but yeah, appreciate the interview, guys. Enjoy the show tonight.
For sure. Looks to be exciting based off of what we've seen already.
Yes, sir.
Alex Moe in the 48. Yeah, so you want to hear my Dr. Pepper story? This is awesome. So we go
more than anything in the world. Like at this point, honestly.
Shelly, Jeff will throw another guy in here and keep interrupting me.
That's all right.
Shelly and I jumped in the car. We went to Napanee, 20-minute drive out of town. They got like this frozen foods discount store. You just buy like, you can get a 8-pack.
Home of Avril Lavigne.
You know what? You're right. Home of
Canadian
Avril
treasure.
Lavigne. She exists, and she was born in a town that's literally 20 minutes away from me.
She was also the poet who crafted the words, "Hey, hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend." And let us not forget the deep meanings of her songs.
And let's not forget the timeless classic, I'm just a skater boy, I said see you later boy.
Right.
So she rhymed, what does boy rhyme with?
Well,
it rhymes
boy.
with boy. Let's
Clearly.
Just say it again. I can't slag her for rhyming a word with itself because Black Sabbath did it and they are the kings of heavy metal.
Right. So it makes
generals,
it allowable.
Yeah, I'm like, well, generals gathered in their masses just like witches at black masses. Technically, it's the same word, but technically, it's also a different word.
It's like read and read.
What if you were to read the red? What if you wanted to read the red book, but you already read it?
Now you hurt my brain.
I know.
It's far
There's
too
two
late
different
Saturday night to be contemplating this kind of.
Stay tuned in July when we get to my Dr. Pepper story. So
anyways,
we go to the store. We buy our frozen food stuff. You get 8 burgers for $6 or whatever. Who cares? So we hit the dollar store. We grab some pops for the ride back home. Don't I reach, we go to the store, we get in the car, we drive 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, we get out on the highway. Don't I grab the bottle, rip the cap off of it, and doesn't it just go into fountain mode?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, and this is like a 900 ml bottle, right? So it's not the 2 liter, but it's the one in the middle. This isn't like a can or a bottle. This is like the 900 ml bottle. And I'm like, it's just goes. So I get the cap off. It goes right back on, and the bottle's on the floor. I drive a Standard, and I have Dr. Pepper rolling down the seat into my brand new shorts that I just put on today.
Oh, man.
Right? With my brand new underwear that I just put on today. Everything. Right. I'm sitting in Dr.
I even
Pepper.
Showered and whatnot. The whole thing.
The wole thing. I was fresh, man. It's the start of the new day.
Just like Mom said, don't leave the house without clean underwear on, right?
Well, they were. They were. Oh, man, it was crazy. So I'm driving a stick shift.
Did you shake it up a whole bunch?
I didn't. I don't know. I took it off the shelf. I bought it. I put it in the cup holder. 10 minutes later, I opened it, and that's what happened. I have no idea what happened.
Do you think somebody
Sabotage.
maybe walked up, shook the hell out of that bottle and put it back in the fridge, and then for some unsuspecting person to get it?
It would have had to have happened right when we walked in because I didn't open it for 15 minutes after that. 20 minutes after.
No, come on.
What happened?
Oh,
I'm focused on the lead pack here with Denny Carroll leading them down to green again. Are they under yellow?
In the back, mid.
So we are wrecking.
A couple guys got into each other at the back of the pack. I was following Alex Moe.
Okay.
He's got out all right. He made it through, but there was definitely some
was there just
shenanigans,
another accident coming off of turn 2 onto the back straight? Because there's a bunch of smoke here.
Oh, no way. Yeah, I would say, if you go back about half a lap on number 48, Alex Moe, that's who I was watching, and he made it through all right. So he probably the one actually he braked and bobbed and weaved and did what needed to be done.
Yeah, he is behind Ken Huntsbury in the 066. Oh, I see what it was. A blown engine on the Batman car on the low line.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Tom Dixon in the 45 was started to spew black smoke. So we're going to get on Tom. Get in the cockpit. Yep. You can see there the engine just let go on him. He was coming up through the gears. It doesn't even look like, I was going to say maybe he missed a shift, but he didn't. He was in first gear.
Yep.
First. Second. Yeah, maybe he did miss third. It looks at me, he may have missed a shift. Or he had a transmission failure. It's one or the other.
Dang.
That's a shame for Tom. Yeah. Right on the restart, too. It's like just absolute horrible timing.
Well, that's it. Right? You can't. That's one of those random things the game throws at you, and then to account for that. And it was just starting up, right? Like, just got back to green. It was a pretty innocuous. There was nothing to see back there. It was just good, clean racing.
6 to the tower.
Not even up to speed yet.
Oh, no, he just got spun in the pits, too. Shoot.
Go ahead, 56, tower.
Yes, we had Tom Dixon blow there, which caused that particular wreck.
Yeah, roger that. We just went back and we just saw that. And there's a bunch of black smoke there, so thank you, sir.
Bob Dixon in the number 43 just got spun while coming into the pits there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That was a little bit of a tangle up there. I'm sure he's not too thrilled about that little addition to the pit stop time, but looks like they got him back in and out pretty quick, so maybe it was just a lots of fuel.
Let's get drone cam on the Dixon.
That's right, drone
mobile.
cam, proprietary technology of Tarnation TV. You will not get drone cam anywhere else.
Well, listen, I don't know who you droning on, boys, but I did bring you guys a special guest here.
We've got Jeff Goodpasser in the 33. Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Good evening, Blaine.
How's the car looking?
Clean, so far.
Right, yeah, a couple accidents there, and fortunately you've been able to dodge them apparently.
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, another full field. It's always fun watching you guys do what you do out here, but yeah, it can get a little crowded sometimes.
Yeah, the thing I'm gonna look forward to is just buying my time getting through here. Hopefully I don't get nowhere near these wrecks, because I seem to be a magnet to it.
Yeah, hopefully everything kind of like, yeah, I mean, even that last one too, it's a real shame because it all ended up being a blown motor on Tom Dixon, so it's not even like anybody's fault really, but
yeah, I feel bad for Tom doing engine. I feel like he had a good car.
How's your car handling? Is it good, or is it one of those a little bit? Is it on the iffy side tonight? What's the thing? What's it feel like?
Oh, it's a hot rod. It's ready to roll.
It's always ready to roll, eh? You only have the one car? I think I've seen a different paint job from you before. Is this a different paint job I'm looking at? The blue and yellow one?
Yeah, this is a secondary.
Ah, cool. Okay, right on. Yeah, most guys run a couple. How many cars do you have? Some guys have like 40.
I only have 2. I'm working on a third one, but I don't know if I'm going to do it for this season or not.
Right on. Yeah, I got a couple. I'm pretty simple. I'll make one car, run it for 10 years, and then change it.
Yeah, that's normally how I am, too.
Yeah, exactly. Get a good one, stick with it. Do you have anybody watching the race tonight live?
I'm hoping my wife is, but I know she's working Amazon. They're strict with their phone policies, but we always find a way to get around it.
Yeah.
I hope she's watching, but if she's watching, hi, honey.
Right on, Jeff. Well, like I said to the other guys, too, have yourself a good race, man. We'll definitely be watching.
All right, you guys do a good broadcast, huh? I can't wait to watch the replay of it.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Best of luck.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I've heard that about Amazon, that they're kind of like beyond sticklers for how they treat some of the or not some of them, basically a lot of the employees.
Everybody, yeah. I've
There
heard
was
the
an
same
article
thing.
that they said that they were running the risk of burning out of like the people that would be applicable to work for them within the next 5 years if they kept up their current rate of overturning.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how much of that was like
They physically would have hired everyone, and then they're going to get back to that first guy.
Right.
Didn't we
So,
already
and they
have
were
you
like,
here?
remember that, or at that point, be like, I remember how you treated me. You know, maybe treat us a little better.
56 to the boot. 56 to the boot.
Oh,
go ahead, 56.
Shoot.
This one's
Brother.
for Brad. I have brought you my best friend in the whole community, Mr. Billy.
Mr. Billy Elliser, how you doing, man? How's the car looking? I guess that could be the...
Right now, it's in good shape, my man.
Right on. Well, we're showing you here currently in 15th place, 740 points. Started all 7 races. You were out of playoff range, but now with the top 3 guys not being able to make these chase races, that puts you 2 spots out of the championship. So you need a good finish today, man.
Yeah, I keep having bad luck though. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's got to change sometime, right? Like I said, the only 2 guys you have in front of you are basically Grant Wesley, and then Brian Wolf holds on to that last place spot.
Oh.
So you're that close.
Well, that's
All right,
good.
so
Maybe I
hopefully-
can do something.
Something bad happens to one of them, you'll be in luck. No, I'm just kidding. We want nothing but good luck for everybody, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm looking at the thing too. Most of the drivers have started. We're going to go through this list. I think most of the top 10 are here, so those positions will need to be battled for. So there's no freebies tonight, buddy.
There you go.
No.
We're about 2 turns away from green, Billy. Any shout outs real
Yikes.
quick, bud?
Thanks for everybody, buddy.
Appreciate it. All right, wrap it up real quick, Blaine, and I'll put them back up there, bud.
Yep, we're good to go, man. You have yourself a good race. We'll be watching.
All right, thank you. See you later.
We'll focus back on the 41 car up in that front row as this race gets ready to go green again.
I was still following the helicopter from the back of the pack there just to see. I've got the see your camera on one. And
Nice. So there's an interesting thing happening right now with Jeffrey Elliott. I think I was telling you about this a little bit beforehand. Talladega being the monstrosity of the track that it is at 2.66 miles in length. There's also a little track. It's about a 1 mile track known as North Wilkesboro. And it was abandoned a long time ago, and it's basically been rotting away for the past 30 or so years. And NASCAR's running there again. I think a couple of weeks ago they ran there. Somebody, I guess, private investor, who knows? I don't know the entire story behind it, but they bought it up. They refurbished the entire thing. They paved all the infields. They get more haulers in there. And they're racing on that thing again. It's a very unique track, kind of built on a slope, because I know like one straightaway goes uphill a little bit, one goes downhill a little bit. Clean start for Denny Carroll. He's going to move to the bottom line. Join Larry Wyndham and Greg Lovell there.
Denny's got a fan club watching when he's racing. There's always somebody chatting.
But the North Wilkesboro thing, so Jeff reached out to a North Wilkesboro fan page,
right? Which
is this page right here, North Wilkesboro Speedway fan page, run by a guy named Douglas Lintz Jr.
Oh, okay.
This fan page on Facebook is fans of the actual track. So these people would have attended races back in like the 70s and 80s and fell in love with the venue.
Right.
So Jeff's like, I think what it was the pace car that they were using at the track was in at his shop that he works at a dealer. He posted pictures, right? And it got a lot of attention from that page because that's the North Wilkesboro pace car. These guys are 3 wide right now, but they are actually a lane up. That is really tight for that top line, dude.
There's not any room for error at all there.
I wonder if somebody was hollering on the radio there because they were running 3 wide, but they started from the middle. I don't know if that bottom line knew they were the bottom line right there.
Just tapping on your neighbor's shoulder. Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but we can actually go down a little bit further. Mind scooching over?
right?
I mean, we can race 4 wide around this track. We've done it. We've seen it. You don't really want to do it, though, if you don't have to.
Look at this, running so clean. This helicopter view I'm in right now, it looks like a bunch of micro machines running on a treadmill. They're just like, everyone's just in position perfectly, and
that high line is trucking. Look at that high line trucking.
Right?
Those first 5 guys are basically touching each other. Yeah. Currently, there is enough cars in the middle to keep that middle moving, but that sometimes you do need to be really close to each other. You can see when...
It's just so... Every little shift, especially in this view, that I see you're on the helicopter view too, but every little wiggle, I feel like 100 times the anxiety compared to any other camera angle, because it seems so much more dangerous, dangerous, but yeah, like, oh man, you can see how close they really are compared to some of the... This is a cool camera view. I like that one too. What's this?
It's a great camera angle. But that North Wilkesboro page, Jeff reached out to them. It's like, hey, I run a league over here in NASCAR 2003 Racing Simulator. And there's versions of North Wilkesboro in this track. They were never launched with the game, but the community, of course, created them. And there's some great Project Short Track, being the one that I'm a big fan of, made a version of North Wilkesboro from the 90s. And they are actually... Even if they're not familiar with the game, they thought it was a great idea. Like, we might be able to... They're interested, and it's currently very early in talking with them, but they might be interested in us running a Wilkesboro race for them. So that would be kind of cool to go back in time a little bit, run the 88s.
Take our time with that too, right? We got to run it past our agents and get the lawyers to look at it. Right?
Yeah.
We're not just some rubes. We're going to just jump into bed with the first, racetrack that comes along. But yeah, we're considering it. We're in talks.
Yeah. We have very busy schedule. Oh, Danny Hardy. He slid to the top line there, the 03, that bright green car.
Word. That is the heart stopper right there.
It looked like, Denny Carroll in the 41 is avoiding him. He must not have been a big fan of that move, because Carroll wanted nothing to do with that 03.
No, I don't blame him.
He could have given him a big push, but he decided against it and dropped back a lot. That front line...
That's all right. He may be playing that smart. Just holding back a bit, waiting for the next yellow.
Currently focused there on Pat McCarskey in the bright yellow 0 car. Behind the... number 4 of Javier Negron. Sean Dotson in front of him in the 91. You can see there that orange and blue NOS car. Grant Wesley laid the pack of the 88. Greg Lovell in the 088. This is lap number 19. What do we look like? I heard somebody say that. The commentators this evening are Blaine and Brad. High key contrast.
What do you figure they look like? And then we'll punch it up a bit.
Yeah.
We said the AI make these guys look reasonably attractive, but not so much that it would be distracting.
And you know what? That's not. That's not AI. That's just me.
Is it?
I did the effect on that one. Yeah.
Oh no, I was not going to give the AI credit. No, I was just joshing.
AI can't pull that off.
No, those are in fact our faces.
Links in the description. We do stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Anything going on in the YouTube chat today? I've currently got about 20 viewers in there.
Nice. It's been a little quiet, or my YouTube hasn't refreshed. I'm not sure, one or the other.
It's a little quiet, it looks like to me.
That's all right. I mean, you know what, though? I'd be quiet, too, because everyone's focused on the racing.
Mm-hmm.
That front line is so sketchy. There's so... just those little wiggles and stuff, but...
Yeah, we got in the YouTube chat, Angela Balser says, go 079, of course. She's required to say that. Keith Bynum here on vacation. Great job, Balser family. That's the Grand Marshal call from the Balser family. We thank them, which is Angela, Madison, and Katerina.
Right.
I hope I'm saying that right. I hope Nate didn't misspell Katrina. I'm pretty sure it's Katerina. I looked for confirmation on that, but didn't get a response.
That's all right.
Yeah,
You know
Katerina, Madison, and
You did
Angela.
your best. And for a guy
Awesome
who can't
job.
read, you're doing pretty darn good. I'm
It's pretty
impressed.
good. I have a hard time pronouncing everything, really.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't words so good in my eyes.
Yeah. Right her at the nurse car race.
Oh, we have
These
fun
guys
here.
will be
But yes.
setting up, what was see, yellow flags. I'm thinking around lap 30 for pits if we go green, but another 8 laps or so.
It looks like things have settled down a bit, so I think we could face very well. Everyone's got their tires warmed up and kind of figured out where they want to be, and at least this last couple of laps have been really clean.
In the
So
YouTube
we
chat
clear
there,
for
Keith
what?
is just saying, tell the guys, hey, for me. We'll try to remember to do that. We're pretty busy.
Oh, yeah.
We'll try. Not a good way to start. Over and done. Now stay green. That's Larry commenting on that wreck. And Perry Bond is watching as well. Good evening, Perry. Nate must have got his pedals situation fixed. I remember Nate bought the G29 pedal set after another wheel burned out. But then he upgraded the pedals because you could buy mods for the pedals.
Oh, okay.
And then it failed. So I think he went back to stock. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Fair, right? If it's working,
let it work.
Exactly.
I wonder why, if we get to talk to Brian, why he's running the blue 884. That's a team car. As you saw at the start of the race, the team race happened a couple of weeks ago. It was untelevised. It was sort of a last-minute thing. And the blue team, not that blue team, the dark blue Ford team, right there, Brian is racing a light blue Chevy. The dark blue Ford team won that team race. And the drivers of the Ford team that won were, of course, Mike Mangialardi, Josh Slocum, Jovan Anderson, Shaw Dodson, and Gary Mingus. Took the blue Fords to the front, gathered up like 600 and something points. Team races are always a lot of fun. They are planning another one here very shortly, so.
That's right. It's upcoming in June sometime.
The June one was canceled. That's why they did the one last week.
That's what it was. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go see AEW. I'm going to go watch a live pro wrestling event.
Yeah, no, that's right. You were doing wrestling, but I couldn't remember if when the next one was then. Or that was the one in place of it. This past weekend, that's all. Yeah.
Right, they kind of did a quick one, a last minute there last weekend. Do you want to do a crank it up? Pick a car and we'll go in the cockpit.
Oh, well, right now I'm focused on Mr. Kelly Kazi, but you know what? I think we've paid him quite a bit of attention too. We should, you know what we need? We need a randomizer. Make sure that we're spreading the. But in this case, let's go to somebody we have not seen much of at all this season, which I'm going to put on you because.
Cool. I'm taking a look at the list right now. You want to do Outlaw in the 68? Where's he hanging out?
Yeah, let's do that. He is towards middle.
He's currently running in 16th at the line.
Yeah,
followed by Pat McCarskey.
Mid-pack as you're going to get.
Yep. So we'll go and we'll mute the microphones. We'll take a sip of water and we'll do some crank it up, which means turn up your speakers as loud as they can go. Because we're not going to be talking. You get to listen to the motors instead. So we were riding along there with Outlaw, Doug Firth, in the number 68 car, clutching it to get to the pit road. It sounded like in the cockpit, he dropped a lot of positions to find his way to the bottom line and then pull off to the pits. It sounded like he was at a gas, but he was just clutching it because when he got back on pit road, he drove into the pit stall. So some guys are pitting a little bit off pace.
Interesting.
So the 68 went in about lap 28, at the end of lap 28-ish. Some of these guys are going around another time.
A bunch of them going in right now.
Yeah, there's been 3 laps worth of cycle and pit stops right now. So a lot of drivers are going to be off the pace.
It's yeah. I mean, obviously they must have something in mind. So to wait and see. But
some strategies playing here. Currently focused on Dan Lovell in the 388, following behind Brian Wolf in the backup car. We heard in the driver introductions, Brian gave a shout out to Mr. Oakes. I guess Brian was having some computer problems, and Garland was giving him a hand there, so got the car working, and here they go down to pit road.
Well, that's awesome. That's what it's about, right? You helping each other out. Especially with this community where, like, any video games, like, hey, I'm having a problem with this. Be like, have you tried this file? You know, delete this thing and change the ini and I.
Yep. And a lot of times it's what it is, and everybody's computer setup is completely different as well.
Well, that's it. You're trying to make it run on a variety of machines that were wildly incompatible, I'm sure, or just vastly different.
Right. And like, oh, what's your problem? The game has a lot of the same quirks. Somebody usually had it happen to them and probably has a fix. Currently focused on Ken Huntsbury. We heard Ulysses Sandoval say in the introductions there, it's Mama Sandoval's birthday. So happy birthday to Mama Sandoval.
Absolutely. Happy birthday indeed. Hopefully it was a nice day for them as well. We had a gorgeous day out here today, man. I can't believe how nice it was. You were getting cooked out. Oh, no. Now what's happening? We got some spinning out towards the back of the pack here. I was just following Nate Balzer. But I wasn't
following Nate.
Go back and see who that was that got spun. Looks like it's Mr. Heiser. In the 3.
In the 3 of Gary Heiser. One of the 3 cars. There's a couple of them. There's a 3 and then an 03. So.
Yeah, so I've been learning. I've been making sure if I don't see it, if there's an O in front of it, I call the O.
Well, yeah, and on the car, the O isn't required to paint.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, you don't need to put the O on it. So sometimes we'll see what happened to Gary here. That was a 4-wide situation. Got really tight, really quick right there. Keeps it off the wall. Hopefully it's not too bad. This might call for helicopter cam, actually.
I'd say he handled that as good as it could be.
Oh, wow. Josh, too, slid up an entire lane.
Ooh.
But Gary kept it off the wall. He'll definitely need new tires after that one. Trying to get her woed up so he doesn't cause any problems.
So will that be a bit of a ding for Mr. 2 then on that one? That he's a contender, right? He's still in a chance, but I don't know. Would that be how would that work? Again, not casting aspersions or pointing fingers, but if that was in fact found to be the case, how does that?
The one only Buckshot.
Kelly Buckshot Kazi, good evening, sir. How you been?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, not bad. Just watching some racing. How's the car handling?
It's handling good, man. Been running up there front a little bit, and so had to get back in the back a little bit there a while ago and run through it. But it's been some fun racing so far for me.
And the car's clean? Were you caught up in any of those accidents?
No, I hadn't been anywhere near around them.
Nice. It looks like you're going to lead a lap here, so that'll be a 5 bonus point lap. But we heard from Jeff before the race, you're not able to make the championship races.
Yeah, I've got a family commitment that will be, involved in that. So I thought it was best to go ahead and, withdraw from it basically. So give some other guys a chance. So, but I wanted to come out here and race because it's so much fun. You know what I'm talking about there, Jeffrey?
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Sounded like Jeffrey was in an aquarium.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I got so much going on. Yeah, I agree with you. It's so much fun. That's why we do this buckshot. It's been kind of a crazy race, crazy start, but that was a good little run right there.
Yeah, we were pit stop in. That was good.
So now we're looking at the green flag the pit stops there. A lot of different strategies. Guys were going in. It was taking 4 laps for other guys to go in. So everybody's on a little bit of a different strategy there. So how are you looking? I mean, right now, obviously, you're probably going to be all right on gas, but I guess you're definitely going to have to make one more pit stop before the end.
Yeah, I'm going to stay out, maybe go in not this time, but next, and see if I can, when I do have to come in there that last time, it'll be a little less gas maybe since I'm already out here.
Right, try to take it to as far as you can before you absolutely have to go. Did you race in the truck race yesterday?
No, I didn't. I have some. My daughter came into town, so I didn't get to race.
Oh man, yeah. Jeffrey was telling us too. It was a crazy fuel mileage race yesterday. A lot of guys ran out of gas. He ran out of gas just before the finish line, but he still won the race. Yeah, there's some cool fuel mileage mathematics going on. It's always fun to see.
Yeah, I always keep an eye on it. I try to do my best, and so take a lot of pride in it. So we'll see how it all works out. Sometimes you got to take a chance.
You got anything you want to say to Kelly there, Brad?
Oh, no, just best of luck out there. Keep clean, hopefully, for some more green flag racing. And, yeah, it's good to have everyone out tonight again.
I appreciate all y'all do, guys.
Thanks, man.
All right, Blaine, I'm going to move the one and only back up there and bring you one more guy real quick.
Roger that. Thanks, Kelly. Have a good race.
Thank you, guys.
Any bets on who the next driver will be, Brad?
I don't know.
We've already talked to Jeff, Josh, Dan, Garland, Randy, Brian, Billy, Bobby, somebody. Greg Palmer and the 22 Deuces Flaming Hudas Chevrolet Camry Toyota Ford Focus. Prius, there it is. Electric vehicles. Awesome. Now I got to find the Deuces. Talk to Greg, Brad, because I got to find him.
Yeah. So, how's things going this evening? You keeping clean so far?
Not really. You can count the dents from up there, can't you?
Oh yeah. No, I was on the wrong car here, but yeah, I'll find out pretty quick. Well, still in it, so that's good, hey?
Yeah, a little dented up. I'm good in the draft, but I can't lead. So with this, follow the pack, follow the crowd.
Getting in there for the points. Well, it's good though, because you're still, especially with these changes. I mean, you were pretty close contender before, but now that the top 3 are out for the chase, then this definitely changes things up for you, right? So finishing high as you can, obviously. I mean, in any race, of course, but tonight especially, it'll be interesting to see where you're at, because you're just 3 points out, three positions out, so that could definitely fall in your favor.
Yeah, I'm hoping it does. Hopefully it stays green the rest of the way, and I can get in with a couple of cars and pass on the outside, whatever. Like you just said, get a few more positions, maybe a top 10, top 5 would be great.
Absolutely.
So you said that we could probably count the dents. I'm in drone cam here, buddy, and I can't see a dent on that thing.
Yeah, how about that, Palmer? Where's those dents?
Yeah, liar.
It's got me on my nose.
Blaine's too busy staring at the Hooters. I'm the owl, sorry.
Probably.
Hey now.
Well, let me just say real quick. I'm gonna try to work with that 22 and keep up here in the top 10. So that's my goal there, Greg.
I appreciate that, Jeff. I appreciate everybody helping me. I got a couple of teammates out here that are helping me too. So wish me luck.
I'm right behind you, brother. All right, let's wrap this up. Go green. Thanks, Blaine, and wrap this bad boy up.
Thanks,
Right on,
Blaine.
man.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
I love
Thanks,
you
Greg.
guys.
Love you too.
You're my favorite.
Rocket. It's always so
We don't have
emotional.
any favorites here, but if we did, he'd be one of them.
Oh man, I got a tear.
It's like every driver we talk to, you're my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, wish we could just hang out and just talk and race the whole time.
We could just say you're our favorite, Greg, because there's like 7 Gregs in the league, so we're covered. Your brother's name
That's
is Greg.
it.
Like, let's just do it.
But like when rock bands go to city and we're like, we love you. Local band town.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, Abbotsford. You're the favorite band. I'm like, I'm pretty sure nobody in Abbotsford wants to be here, let alone you. But hey, thanks for showing up.
Exactly.
No need to make it, no need to lie about it. I see
I
you
just
have
tossed
the
up
North
that-
Wilkesboro Speedway up again there.
Yep, that's the Facebook page for them. I just figured I'd toss that up while we're actually under yellow. We also have other series here. I forgot about that one. Monday,
you're
we've
loading
got
that
another
we got it
Edgewater
right.
race coming up. This time it's for points, bro.
This one is.
Mm-hmm.
You're
And
doing
we go
pretty well
back
in
to
that
the
one.
future.
Where you
I'm
currently? Where's
second.
your standings in that one? Second place.
Yep.
Not just a pretty voice for the radio.
No.
But in fact, one heck of a driver.
I'm a smooth talker and I'm a smooth driver.
Oh yeah.
Getting ready to go green here. Starting at the end of lap 36, which will be the beginning of lap 37.
That is in fact how numbers work.
Yes, it is. Do you like
little
fun
over-
stuff? Tarnation TV Turbo.
Oh. We just put the kids to bed and get a little bit real with it.
Yeah, they're a little bit more loose on the tongue. Definitely not a family show.
We're
And it's also
basically
not as professional either. We don't do all these camera angles and stuff. The Tarnation
No, you
TV
get
Turbo
one.
is just, from my cockpit while I drive. And if Brad wants to ride shotgun, he do it. So I'll be doing that
Tune
on Monday,
in
probably.
for unconventional racing, where oftentimes it's not even racing talk.
No. We do what we
range
want.
from, movies to video games and everything in between. Guitar, pedals,
Oh, man.
automotive troubles,
Yep.
in real life.
And then probably
in-game.
that North Wilkesboro Facebook page, they're actually interested in seeing, paying to witness what we do here at North Wilkesboro. Would be really neat.
I would look forward to doing that. That would be a riot.
Mhm. Shorter track, so probably 40 guys won't make the race, so the admins would have to get together and kind of make up a team of maybe 30 guys, depending who
Right,
wants to race the track.
Unless it gets so big as you get in 2 nights of racing. I mean, I'll have to put aside my social calendar and check.
Or make it 3.
I got nothing going on.
Do 2 mini races to qualify for the big one.
Right?
Yep. I've seen that happen before. I used to race in a league called Fast, and for their first race of the season, which is Daytona, because they mimic, in that league, they actually mimic the real life NASCAR schedule, so it's like a 36 race season. It's crazy. Every week,
No way.
different track, but like their Daytona race, there'll be like 70 drivers will sign up. So then Randall has to split the field, do 1 race one day, 1 race the next, and then the top 20 from each one get to make the big dance.
That'd be a fantastic problem to have, honestly.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's, this would very much fall under I'm sorry that you've got too many people interested in your league. Cry me a river, right?
Right. Wah, I didn't get in.
Great.
Wah, you're too slow.
If that's what the issue is, hey, we've got to do 2 races, back to back because we got too many people. I'm like, seriously, again with the racing, what is it with you? You asked me one time, hey, you want to sit in with this? Now look at it, it's roped into this week after week. No, I wouldn't miss it. No.
I made it to the big race the first year I ran with them, and my car blew up. Yeah, my car, the engine failed on like lap 20, and I watched the rest of it, and it was an amazing finish. Every single car in that race, except for me, finished it. Under green, it was an amazing race.
I'm watching this pack in helicopter view, and I'm
dude,
clenching
clenching my
banging.
cheeks the whole time.
Bob Dixon back there door banging with Nate Balser in the 079.
Right, the middle lane's holding on. You see Kelly Cossey right behind. I'm still learning everybody. So who's the 79? I see in the 7. He's right behind 7. Oh, getting loose behind, hit the yellow line. But he recovered that. Holy smokes.
Yeah, the 079 is Nate Balser, black and orange.
Oh, right, but again with the, I think for novice NASCAR watchers, they should in fact have to paint the 0 on it, because who can keep up with all these rules? No,
does Nate not put? I can't remember. Well, does Nate not put the 0? No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't put the 0 on it. Yeah.
So if I call it wrong, just let me know, because I'm just basically watching off what I'm seeing here.
There is no car number 79 though. So he runs the 079 probably because in another league he runs, there probably is a 79. Like in Rolling Thunder, there's probably a 79. So then if you want to be 79, because like me, I always run 72.
You've been 72 for as long as I can remember. Even back in hockey.
Always. Yeah. But when I joined Rolling Thunder, I had to change it to 73. And they're like, well, you can add a 0 to it and be 072. I'm like, nah, it's not the same. I'll just be 73. Because I can't remember the driver who uses 72 over there, but somebody beat me to it.
Well, there's only so many numbers. I guess it's bound to happen.
There's 1,000 in this game.
True.
Yeah. You could be the 000 or the 999. And everyone in the middle.
Is behind 72 on your side?
I don't think so. I don't know why I did it. I'm thinking maybe because my birthday is the 27th of October, so I flipped the 27 around. Maybe that's why I did it.
Super deep, like some 10-year-old stuff. Like, man, nobody gets me, but I'm going to do this. 72 is my number.
Literally, that's how long I've used 72, so I really don't know why I chose 72, and it's always a number that nobody has. Everybody wants to be number 4, right? Bobby
13.
Orr. 13, 69. Everybody, those numbers are always taken. So it's like, to get 72, like, especially in hockey, it's so easy. Mm-hmm. There was I think Alexander McGillney was 89. So I don't even know. There was a 72, but I can't remember who it was.
Looking pretty clean here. Front,
but every team, every goalie is number 33.
Yeah. 0-0.
I want to be Patrick Waugh. You're not Patrick Waugh. Change your number.
Yeah.
I'm curious here.
Heritage moment brought to you by us.
Right. You're welcome. Who's that on the outside right there? That Amco.
Who's driving so fast?
Ricky J. See, now I didn't know who Ricky J was.
And I'm following him right now. It's funny you bring that up. I had the helicopter cam and just cycled through, and that's where I've been watching him for a bit. He's leading the pack on that line, and is he BSR? So that's
what? Pat McCarskey, is that going to be yellow? Maybe. Yes, it is. The yellow flag is on the course. So yeah,
I missed that. What
in the driver intro? Yeah. It looks like they have yellow, so they're slowing down. Yeah, Ricky J in the intros, also known as Jovan Anderson. So that I didn't know Jovan ran a different name.
Oh, okay.
But he runs the 93, so it makes sense. We're going to go find that replay for you guys. Hang tight. Happened back just at the start line. I think it was Pat McCarskey. Gonna find him here.
All the hectic pit stops and off pits and everybody doing things out of order, but it's turned out pretty clean there up until the last yellow there. Like they had the group back up together.
He lagged a little bit. The car blinked away. Looked like it was actually on the outside of the wall there for a second.
Oh no, it was.
You can't drive over there, Pat. Pat. You're not allowed to be in the crowd, Pat.
There's people in the crowd, Pat.
There's people and kids.
You're on the sidewalk.
Jovan Anderson in the booth.
Oh, I laugh, but
Jovan Anderson in the 93. Welcome to Tarnation TV, sir.
Oh, hello.
I didn't even realize that BSR Ricky J was the one and only Jovan Anderson. But in the intros, I was paying attention, and now I know. So welcome.
Nice to see you guys. How's it going?
Oh, man, not bad. A crazy, crazy race, as always. How's the car looking, first of all? Like, have you been caught up in any of the shenanigans out there today?
No, I've had a few close calls, but so far, so good. I've kept it clean. Getting ready to come in, take some right side tires and some gas, and see what happens here.
So what's the fuel strategy now? I mean, you guys can usually go about 20 laps, so you're thinking you should be good on gas?
It's going to be close. I'm probably going to top off here one lap before we go green, and I think if I do that, we should be pretty much good to go.
Yeah, dependent. Are you a guy that uses a clutch pedal a lot to try to conserve?
Oh yeah, I'm one of those guys that I'll ride in fourth gear under all the cautions and dump the clutch as much as possible. But definitely the best way to save gas.
Do you do the clutching when you're at full speed under green?
Not usually. Maybe every once in a while, but most of the time under green, I'll just try to go, 80% throttle, 90% throttle. Just try to take advantage of the draft as it comes to me.
Yeah, some guys can do that under green, and I'm like, man, I don't know how much you're gaining, but you know what? Sometimes it does come down to that last, couple hundred yards, and you've got that last sip of gas in there, you can make it. So clutching does work.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know what'll come when it gets to the end of these things.
So how many different leagues are you in, man? Because I see you around.
Oh, I'm all over the place. BSR is obviously my home league. I run there all the time. Great group of guys over there. I usually run Fast Racing League on Sundays. I'll run another league called Melon Car on Sundays, and then any other rare opportunity of availability I have, I'll just run wherever I can when I have time.
Yeah, that's where I first saw your talents, was in Fast. Probably 4 years ago, I ran with them for a season or two. That's a lot of dedication, man. I don't know how Randall runs that league. That's wild, all the different tracks and setups. And well, any of these guys who run these leagues, I wouldn't do it. Right, Jeff?
That's right. And I want to cut in real quick. You do a great job, Blaine and Brad. Jovan, we got a big North Wilkesboro big event coming up, a TV race from the fan page on Facebook of 22,000 fans that want to see us host a very, very short track race. So I'm going to get with you on this because I know you love short tracks. So I also want to congratulate you on being a teammate, one of the winners on the team, Blue Fords at the team race. So congratulations, man. And I think that's what you've been in two winners so far? Team races?
I think so, and yes, thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's been fun, and looking forward to whenever I can come back to run some more.
Yeah, I think that's twice you won in the Blue Ford. Actually, you won the team race. You were the winner in that Blue Ford, and you were a part of that. I believe that win this past week. So congratulations. I'll turn it back over to Blaine, man. Good luck to finish this race, and glad to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys for broadcasting this, and happy to be a part of it.
Right on, man. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, good luck the rest of the race. And yeah, we haven't got to talk to you in a while, so I think we tried to cover all the bases. We probably were partly successful anyway, but yeah, man, we'll let you get back at it. Yeah, exactly. We saw you just go, you did your major pit stop, and we just saw you go back around again and just throw an extra little cup in there, I guess, of fuel, just to get as much as you can.
Yep, we're looking good right now, so we'll see what happens. Thank you. And yeah, at first, when you pulled me down, I'm like, wait a minute, something doesn't sound right. And then I heard you, I'm just like, oh.
Sometimes I forget to introduce myself, to tell people, hey, you're on the TV.
You guys catch me by surprise. I didn't get to warm up my interview voice, so it's nice and casual, though, so it's cool. It's fun.
Well, he doesn't know I'm doing it, Joe, but I just shove people down his throat.
Yeah, Jeffrey controls who comes down in here because he's got 19 computer hands.
And I can drive, Joe, a little bit.
It's like an octopus.
Yeah. No, then it's fun practice for both of us. Then.
There you go. All right, Blaine, wrap this awesome driver up, and I'll pull him back up there with with the chaos.
It's been wrapped, man. Do you have any shout-outs you got to do? It's been a pleasure talking with you. So, yeah, throw down some shout-outs, and then we'll let you get back at it.
Heck yeah, thank you. And okay, like I said earlier, shout out to the guys over at Bomb Squad Racing. Great league. Love those guys. Fun to race with. Shout out to Brian and Kathy Bowles from Bowles Truck, my primary sponsor. Not on the car tonight, but usually on my car. And Magoo and everybody over there. And shout out to you guys. Thank you for doing the broadcast every week. Or I think every week, right? You guys do just about every Saturday over here?
Yep.
Yep. So,
Many
yeah,
as we can.
Yeah. Thank you to you guys, and thank you to Jeffrey for allowing me to come and race. And we'll see if we can get back up to the front for you guys.
Thanks,
Right
buddy.
on.
Good luck.
Best of luck out there.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
I got a couple shoutouts. Probably should have done it one of the other yellows there, but the Rise of Dissension house band for the night. Heavy jams for your ear holes. Crank it up.
They have a
Heavy,
website.
It rocks. They do. The website will lose me. RiseOfDissension.com. Reverb.
Yeah, it's reverbnation.com/risesdissension.
That's what it was. I had memorized everything except for that because I didn't know there was going to be a quiz at the end of it. Anyway.
It's a thing. Like, it's a cool website because you get on Reverb Nation and just start cruising all the local bands, man. And like, if we ever need music, that's where I would start looking for it.
Where you find, you like this? Hey, try these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something cool. Maybe you don't know.
It's like the Spotify of the independent world. Reverb Nation, Bandcamp is another one. A lot of guys who are unsigned. So it's like, yeah, you don't need to try to use copywritten music on these broadcasts. You can just go to those sites. You can find tons of great stuff. Just shoot someone an email, and I mean, we know enough people that make enough awesome music. I haven't really done that, but maybe I'm thinking about maybe doing that, reaching out to some bands I find on there, and
branching out.
Yeah, get some background music and do what he do. That pace car, man, you gotta get out of the way.
Hopefully, sooner than later.
Lights are out, and away he go. We will focus on Ken Roberts on the inside of the front row. Next to him, the Flaming Hooter 22 of Greg Palmer. Behind Palmer, it's Bobby Farrell in the 7, and of course on the inside of the 56, Jeffrey Elliott, Craig Level, Nate Balser, and then that's Brian Lovell in the 043, right next to Kelly Kazi.
They are taking off. I like talking with Brian Palmer because I like his accent. It doesn't amuse me. I
Greg
like
Palmer.
it. Greg Palmer. Sorry, my bad. I had Brian Wolf on the screen, so that's what.
Yeah.
I like talking with him because he's a happy guy. He always is. He's a funny guy, joking around. But his accent. But I struggle with this to not put on my fake accent and talk Brooklyn-esque or. And I don't even know what it is. I don't want it to seem, and then if he's watching this later on, I never ever want to seem like that I'm mocking him or anything. But if I break into that voice, it's just because holy smokes, I can't help myself.
It's great. I love it. I don't know. I never. We should ask him what the accent is because it sounds like sort of New York, but I don't know.
That's. I mean, I would. I mean, to my uncultured ear, I would say Brooklyn or something like that. But it doesn't, of course, mean anything. But.
You'd say Brooklyn, and he'd be like,
into it.
"It's not Brooklyn, it's Staten Island, you donkey."
What's the matter with you? I don't know. Well, you and me, even before we're not on here, we just start talking. We'll break into that.
He wants to get pushed by Greg Lovell on the wall up there. Palmer just got out from behind Ken Roberts, and Roberts is one of those drivers that will not make the chase. So his points right now have basically been relinquished at top spot there, so all these guys race together a lot.
Look at this. I'm in the helicopter view right now. This is insane. These guys are on rails. Somebody looks like someone is glitching back in and out there. Maybe get some internet issue.
Possibly, yeah. If you see a car hop or shimmy back and forth real quick, that's an internet issue. That top line is fading though. Fiber. Yeah.
But that should be just you have water, power.
That top line is stacked. I'm looking at that top line on the wall, of Lovell, Palmer, Wesley, and I believe that's Hewlick.
And the last 4 are also
in the
Lovell's?
23. Yeah. And Causey's up front. He's all abandoned now in the middle.
I see that. He's all by his lonesome, but found a spot.
I was going to say Carroll's coming. He might jump, Denny Carroll might jump down there and help him out because they tend to do that. So these guys should be okay to go. We were talking to Joe Van Anderson there during the yellow. He pitted full service, went around, and then came in for like not even a 2-second stop to put in more fuel. So they should be good to go on gas. They were right around that 20 lap mark to go to the end if we go green to the end. So it could be close for some guys. They should be all right. Oh, look at I'm helicopter view right now too, focused on Ken Roberts and Bobby Farrell in the yellow number 7. They're trying to get lined up here and get some bump action going. It is an addicting view, but it's also I don't know if the fans on YouTube really appreciate the helicopter. I don't know what, like, visually it's not very exciting, but it is very exciting. I don't really know how to explain it.
I think, yeah, it's, for me anyways, it's because you're seeing every little shift, and it's probably, maybe it's almost over exaggerating, but you can see when someone starts to break loose, or there's literally inches between cars and someone just, starts to slide up, and it's like, it's more panic inducing more than anything. I think the camera that you're running right now is way better. I mean, it's, I'm assuming from a broadcast perspective, then it would show a lot better as you are. It looks more professional.
My amateur photographer skills, you need these foreground elements, like these the fences and all this, but when you go to that bird's eye view, there's nothing there. It's just all flat. But like you said, it does really amplify the maneuvers and the strategy. You can see a lot more stuff going on from up here. I'm currently locked on Jod Godfrey in the 711 just because he's sort of, that car position currently is, he's in a good spot. We can see the front, we can see halfway down to the back. So
the second line just formed up real nice and tight just in the last 30 seconds there. Everybody just kind of got into line, and there, let's make this top line go for a push here.
I believe, Sean Dotson, move. Aggressive move to the bottom.
Oh, man.
John Godfrey.
We got Dotson here. I can't every time you say it. I know it's not the name and it's spelled wrong, but it just makes me say it every time.
Yep. You really shouldn't use my name. Dotson. We got Dotson here. See, nobody cares. But it's Dotson.
You got the dyno?
Not
you got
Dotson.
the dyno sperm? Cool. Good enough.
Yeah. All in this jar over here. I don't know where Greg Palmer came from, but I got it in this shaving cream can from a guy at a cabana.
Redub the entirety. Greg, we'll have Greg Palmer read you Jurassic Park, the movie.
The whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, Grant's like me. He's a digger. Yeah, okay. Must go faster. It's just, yeah. See, with some of the accents, it doesn't work.
No.
Yes, it does. Who are we kidding?
I'm sure it would. That'll be the next Tarnation TV production. Tarnation TV presents Jurassic Park.
Redubbing Jurassic Park. The 043 of Brian Lovell, I've kind of been watching him on that high line. He's trying to find a spot, and he's fallen back. Nobody's willing to get up there, and you can see him in the blue Valvoline car.
I'm watching him right now, currently focused on Brian Wolf. Yeah, seeing these.
On Brian Lovell, yeah. Wolf on the bottom, Lovell on the top. He's slowly fading back because he can't get in line, and nobody's willing to start a third line with him. I'm trying to get on the 043. I'll just click him. There he is.
That's about like the race car equivalent of leaving somebody high and dry with a high five.
Yep, 100%. Now he's back there 3 wide with Nate.
Shoot. Oh, holy smokes, we're getting a little door banging in the back out of the pack.
Doug Hewlick in a good spot here in that number 23 Yeti-sponsored Toyota Camry. Tucked right up behind Grant Wesley. You want to know where to go, follow Grant.
Indeed. Nothing to add to that.
No.
Just the cheerful.
No, it's just, yeah. These guys
I concur.
They're really, you know, there's like what's going through all these guys' heads. Something's going through everybody's head. Something different, right? Like
Don't
they're
crash,
all right
don't
now.
crash, don't crash.
Yeah. Currently, they're all just kind of chilling. You know, they're waiting.
Like a Sunday drive. Hey,
yeah,
you guys
we're
meet
within 10.
up at the Applebee's?
Right.
You guys want to go to Outback Steakhouse? Or like In-N-Out Burger. I'd like to try that one now. I've never had that. That's only in the States.
Yeah.
There's a few restaurants down there that we don't have up here that I would like to sample some of their wares.
That would be good. Join us next week here at Tarnation TV for playoff stage number 1. That'll be June 10th, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern.
That is when it kicks off.
And the championship race, of course, on June 17th, also 9 o'clock Eastern. Links, well, the links will be available on this very YouTube channel. So if you want to get on it, subscribe to it, notify yourself, get it on.
Yeah.
Mark Pagley on the 28 in.
You subscribed and it just reminds you automatically. My phone does it too. I forget I'm supposed to be here, and then all of a sudden I get an alarm saying you're live in 2. I'm like, oh, drats.
Wow, that's crazy. I thought Nate was at the back of the pack. His car looks so much like Greg Palmer's. I'm like, how did Nate go from like 20th to 2nd in like 1 lap? And I just realized that they both they both drive a black and orange car.
Oh, getting a little bit loose there.
Yeah, we're focused on Paglia here. He's running.
No,
Roberts is around, and he's.
Oh, we got another and another. I just got bad. Look at number 3's getting through. Oh, yeah. Let's go back. Who was driving? Was it the 03? We were just talking about that before. He might be the one to follow.
Trying to get back on this main pack. This might.
Is that race back?
Here
we are.
Well, it's race back, but I don't believe
5 laps.
It's for the checkered. You know what? This might be for the win. I'm not sure.
We're having a shootout?
If it's for the win, this is going to be really close.
These guys are going for it.
It's Mark.
There's
Mark's got it. At the line, it was Mark. That puts us within 4 to go. That might be the yellow and the checker at the same time.
You think? I don't know. I mean, I'm all for a one lap shootout. That's pretty. That's some good TV. If I know anything, it's all about marketing and selling the product. And this shootout brought to you by Popeye's Chicken. No, it's not.
Go to Popeyes.com with Tarnation TV and the coupon code to save 15% on checkout.
Yeah, just type in, crank it up.
See, so it's showing me here that the 27 is retired, but the 0 is not retired. So is the 0 of Pat McCarskey. He's not on the track. But my statistics show that he is still running. What does that mean? That doesn't make any sense to me. The reason I'm asking is because if there's a car a lap down, this race is over. Because they will run 4.
I mean, it doesn't appear to be.
John Godfrey in the 711. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Wayne. How are you?
Not too bad. We're just trying to figure out if maybe that was the end of the race.
Well, we were all trying to figure that out ourselves too. So we got cars lapped down. So it's going to be a roll of the dice here.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're just sort of waiting for NASCAR race in 2003 to figure it out. We'll see what happens here in a couple laps. But car's been running good. You're up front currently, in about 5th position right now, it looks like. So that's a pretty solid outing.
Yeah, so far so good. I hope I can bring it home in one piece and keep it right about here, or even maybe a little farther up. It'd be even better.
So currently not in the playoff situation, but are you still planning to show up the next couple of weeks and just compete?
Oh, yeah.
Because the Tarnation or Talladega Nights, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys still track points, right?
Yes. We'll track everybody's points up to the chase 10th place, and once those 5 go out, we don't track those guys. but we do track 11 cars now.
Right. Cool. So it's like another little bit of an additional race.
Correct.
Those bubbles, the bubble drivers.
Let them see how they advance through the next 2 races and or decline, but it gives them something to shoot for.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, you're the one responsible for the MIPS on this track, correct?
Yes, sir. That would be me.
So that little, the Rodney Sullins red Winnebago up there, that's, yeah, I remember you guys, we were talking about this before. We'd love that little Easter egg.
Yeah, those Sullivan fans are some bad hombres. They've tried to hit me a couple times with beer bottles, so gotta watch for them.
They are. They're a wild bunch.
Does it ever stop, like when you're doing art and customizing track textures and stuff? Like you just, is it nonstop, or can you just ignore it? Like, you know, sometimes people find out you do something and they're just always going to be asking, "Hey, we're making a new track, man. Can you make some billboards?" Like all that kind of stuff, or.
Blaine, it's been nonstop for about 20 years, and I hope it stays that way. There's always a new project or another car to do or something.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's true. Yeah, it's kind of like me. You always come back, and it doesn't change much because it's been here for this long. It's very, very cool to be a part of the community. Do you build the tracks or just the textures?
Well, I did have a few modifications in this one, so I tinker with that a little bit. But yeah, the majority of the work on tracks is just redoing the MIPS and making the images.
Oh, so you've actually messed around with Sandbox?
Yes. Yep.
Oh man, I've never even looked at that thing. I think it would be a wormhole I don't want to go down because I would just be making tracks all day. That probably wouldn't be any good.
Sandbox is a cruel mistress, Blaine.
I would imagine. I've messed with. Here's like, you know, I'm 42, so I messed around with like games like even Doom and Duke Nukem, like making maps in those games, and it's borderline ridiculous compared to how far these things have advanced. So I can understand, yeah, like early 2000s track builder, probably not the most smooth software on planet Earth.
Yeah, no undo button in there, so it can be very unforgiving unless you frequent saves.
I was gonna say, yeah, you saving every 10 seconds.
Not only saving, just like making backup saves.
Exactly, yep.
Save as, like every hour. Just make sure you save as a new one, because if you have to go double back, yeah, that would be horrible if you got into a track and it corrupted itself or something.
Well,
I like how we're
John,
nerding out right now. Sorry, what? Sorry, Jeff.
I just want to say thanks to John Godfrey and Rodney Sullins for this Burke Screwdrivers Raceway. It's been amazing. The V3, it's awesome, John. So thanks for letting us use it. And it's a night version, so it fits right into what we do. Thank you.
Well, and thanks for
running it.
Yeah, and thanks for letting me change a couple little things. Just tossing in the Tarnation TV logos, and yeah, it was neat. Now I know how to change MIPS. Probably not fun, but you know what? Maybe the grass will be bright pink next week.
All right, wrap this up. I think we might have 1 or 2 laps here, Josh. So good luck to yourself, bud.
We'll make it exciting for you guys.
No doubt about it.
Thanks a lot for your time, John. Always fun. John Godfrey and Blaine Donlin nerding out like a couple of geeks. Talking about Sandbox, which is the software used to create these tracks. And as you can see, Jeffrey
there's more than a handful of people out there, especially the people that are into the game, because there's a big community, at least on Reddit, that I've seen, and everyone's always like, "Oh, how did you get that to look like that?" Or "How did you do that?" You know, there's constant among the diehards and the people that are on there, or even the newcomers are like, "Hey, I'm trying to get back into this. How do I make this work? I heard about this." It's a seemingly a growing community. So
yeah, and the long tracks you can see on the outside and the infield and stuff, they're pretty scarce. The short tracks are where it's at. These, especially Project Short Track, Ground Pounder, all these different teams that build the short tracks. you can cram so much more into a short track because the game engine can handle it because it's not that big of a track. The details, just in the lamp posts and all the little details are always really cool. But it looks like the pace car lights went off last lap. You know what that means? He's going to move out of the way.
We are having a 1 lap shootout.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you pay the big bucks for. This is why we roll in furs and diamonds.
This is probably a helicopter cam, right?
Oh, I'm in helicopter cam right now, undoubtedly, and
I'll do TV1 for half a lap, but we're going to go on the back straight. I'll switch back to helicopter camera because this is a 1-lap drag race for the win. And we've got Jeffrey Elliott and Mark Paglia making up that front row. And remember, we've got Grant Wesley on the bubble, Billy Elliser on the bubble, Greg Palmer on the bubble. Palmer currently in 13th. Grant Wesley is
up to 3 wide already on this shootout. Oh man, please keep it clean. Come on.
Yeah, man. So Wesley is in 17th. Palmer's in 13th. And who did I say? Ellisor. Ellisor's in 7th, dude. If Ellisor can keep 7th, that white car right behind Causey, he's the number 26 Flintstones car. If Ellisor can keep that position, that third car down on that low line, he's got a really good chance of locking in these points. I might have to run some numbers after this race is done. We're coming into turn 3, out of turn 4, into the trioval. Here we go.
Come on,
Jeffrey's a nose in front. I'm watching.
No. 3 got sideways.
That was close. That's going to be Paglia.
He's got that one.
I think Paglia got him at the line. He did.
Just by a nose.
Wow. That was by a nose.
This is what it's about. This is what makes the...
Let's do a quick replay on that finish.
Undoubtedly.
Because if I go on spectator cam, this track is set up where spectator cam drops right on the line. So Heiser got sideways back there. Ellisor. I'm going to go super slow-mo here. Paglia pulled in front. Paglia got him by a wheel. At the last second.
And Jeff was getting... I mean, they were all getting that shove, but look at that. So Ellisor definitely made it. He kept his position in the 7th, right? That looked pretty close to it. Holy smokes! What an exciting finish that was.
So let's give the flag to Mark. I wonder if he's got enough gas to do a burnout. I hear him clutching right now. He's only doing 40 miles an hour. Oh, he's gearing up again.
He's just taking his time. He's enjoying this and savoring the win.
Your race winner, the number 28 of Mark Paglia.
Unreal. That was a crazy race. Not unreal for Mark to win. Mark's had some fantastic races this week, but holy smokes.
Hey, what's up, 56? We're just watching the burnout.
All right, sir. After that burnout, I can figure Bob Dixon for the back choice. It would start with 8,000 for 4th.
Roger that. Congratulations to the winner, Mark Paglia.
That was the shootout we've been waiting for all season because we got hooped on that last one because it went yellow like almost immediately as soon as it went green. About 2 weeks ago, was it? Maybe 3? We were bound for a checker flag shootout and we didn't get it. And so this was not what we were promised, but this is what we needed. Give us that race.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, finally get the...
Alrighty, Mr. Blaine Diamond and Brad. We have the one and only, my good friend, Mr. Bob Dixon.
The floor is yours, Mr. Dixon.
All right, thank you, Blaine. The factoids show this. For the top 5 fastest laps of the night, an honorable mention is Randy Claflin. In 5th was Alex Moe. Alex did a 47.898 second lap. That's 199.925 mile per hour, lap 28. 4th was BSR Ricky J. Ricky did a 47.856 second lap. That's 200.101 mile per hour, lap 26. 3rd was Billy Elliser. Billy did a 47.822 second lap. That's 200.243 mile per hour, lap 19. 2nd was Pat McCarsky. Pat did a 47.818 second lap. That's 200.260 mile per hour, lap 25. Also on lap 25, and the fastest lap of the night goes to Josh 2. Josh did a 47.787 second lap. That's 200.390 mile per hour on lap 25. And the most laps led was Grant Wesley at 18, then Jeffrey Elliott 11, Denny Carroll 8, Ken Roberts 8, Denny Carroll 9, Ken Roberts 8, Mark Paglia 6. Congrats on your win, Mark. Ricky J, BSR Ricky J 4, Larry Wyndham 2, Doug Hollick 2, Kelly Causey 2, Brian Wolf 2, Nate Balser 1, and Dan Lovell 1. And that's your factoids of the night.
Thanks, Bob. I'm going to turn it over to Blaine. Blaine, you can work team speak from here on. So you grab Bob here and also the top 4 as you do your interviews. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Bob.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Bob. As always, awesome with the factoids.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man.
All right, Bob is out, and we will find the 4th position, which is Nate. So let me see. Where is Nate gone? He's in here somewhere. There he is. The 079 of Nate Balser, runner-up, 4th position. Good evening, sir.
Evening to you.
What a race that was, man. It's always fun to watch a drag race to the end. So that was... what a race for you, man. Qualifying 1st, ended up in 4th.
Yeah, we had a pretty good night. I tell you, that was a great run with Jeffrey. I was just going to be stuck on him like glue, and I figured that was the best spot to be in. I didn't want to try to do anything stupid and go around, and it was good running with him, and it was a great win for Mark. Good run with Kelly. It was fantastic. Sweating bullets all the way.
Yeah, always a knuckle clenching, sweating. We weren't really sure. I mean, it's very unpredictable the way the sim will sometimes not throw greens, but we were hoping for it, and our wish came true.
Oh, man, I tell you, getting a top 5 or being anywhere near there in a race like this, it's just, it's like a win. It really is. Everything came together. Pit stops were good. Stayed in line, had a good draft, working with people, and it was just great. It was just heaven all the way.
Any damage?
No, 0 damage. That's nice. It's nice to get luck like that.
Yeah, that's a big one. The damage is always, especially with some of those accidents can get pretty crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad I missed them tonight. Just paying extra close attention and watching all the guys around me, and no damage.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll let you go because we'll talk to the top 3 here. So you want to throw down a couple of quick shout-outs?
Yeah, thanks, Angela, my daughters, Madison, Katarina, Kathy, happy birthday, Jerry. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are my biggest supporters. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you guys
awesome.
in the booth.
And it is Katarina. That's what I thought.
You got it right. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
I'm like, this guy wouldn't misspell his daughter's name. It's actually Katrina. I'm like, no, that's Katarina. I said it right in the broadcast. So, yeah, thanks to them, too, man, because that intro, you're going to dig it.
You guys always get it right. You guys do a great job. Thanks for having me.
There's a little Easter egg in there for you. You'll hear it.
10-4. Thank you, guys.
I've been paying attention to your paint jobs for the last couple of years, so you'll figure it out.
10-4 on that, brother.
Good night, man. I'll toss you out of here, and then we'll grab the next guy. Thanks, Nate.
Thanks.
Who is third? Kelly Causey into 0-0. Buckshots. Buckshot, Kelly Causey again. Good evening, sir. Third place finish. Oh,
Yeah,
Kelly,
I'm
you got
here.
me? Tarnation?
Gotcha.
Oh, there we go. I have to introduce myself. It's like, this is Tarnation TV. And you are live. And you are also third place.
It was
We've spoken.
good race, bud.
Yeah, man. And we're happy that the Tarnation TV curse didn't get you, because you ended up in third, not, in the front row of turn 3 on fire on your roof.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. The curse, sometimes when we end up talking to people under yellow, sometimes we end up watching those people crash, and we feel really bad because we don't know what we're doing wrong. But
Yeah, well, I got a garlic necklace on, so maybe that overcame you.
You do what
That's
it
the
takes.
The mystic powers of garlic.
I need an old priest and a young priest. Was it actually?
I can't remember. Yeah, man. So yeah, that car ran good for you. Obviously, no damage, nothing else. It all around good race. What was the viewpoint like from up in front there, coming down to that drag race at the end?
Well, I had Mark in front of me and I had John behind me, and we were going to try to stay together and take it, push Mark on to victory there and keep our line. But on that restart, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it was like I hit Mark and John hit me just exactly the right time and got a little squirrely, and I think Yellowster got up underneath the John, and it was really, really snug in there. But I was fortunate that I could get back up to Mark to push him there at the end. So it was he did a great job holding the line, doing it what he needed to do to win, and he deserved it. It was a good race by him, and it was good racing up front too. I mean, everything was clean up there. Jeffrey ran a good line, and they had it rolling down there on the bottom there for a while.
Was there going to be any fuel issues for you coming down to that ending? I mean, the yellow came out, but it kind of fixed everything up. But within that 20, it's always kind of a question.
No, well, I think it was exactly 20 laps to go, and you usually can go about 19. So when we went in there on that first lap of the pit, the last one, you had two or three more laps, so you were going to get have a good bit left. So no, everything seemed to be. I mean, I wasn't short at all.
Cool. Yeah, I'm running. Actually, I'm doing some math right now because I'm actually looking at these bottom 3 or 4 cars. But yeah, it's all in a race like this, man. I love to, like, every week we come out here and Jeff's always going to say something like, "Oh, I hope we get at least 30 drivers," and it's always a full house. Like, there's always 40 cars, and the racing's wild, and pit road is crazy. Couple of great green flag pit stops, and it's always such an exciting race you guys put on. So it's good advertising for this community that we're lucky enough to be a part of. All the talent.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of good drivers out here, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's why you get 40 guys out here. I can remember when this first started, and it was only like we were Jeff and then we're talking. Well, we got 15, and they were all excited about it. So it's really come a long way, and the product that Jeffrey puts the time into, and you guys, it really makes a difference. And everybody in the sim community knows it's a good deal, and it's a lot of different people coming from a lot of different places. I tell you, Jeffrey beats the bushes. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, he's a busy man.
Facebook's actually shuts him down because he sends too many text messages on Facebook. They think he's like a robot spamming everybody. That's how much advertising he does for this league. It's crazy.
No joking. Like, that's not a.
No, I'm not even joking. Like that, he has to send me emails sometimes because I can't get a hold of him on Facebook Messenger because his little avatar will disappear, and I'm like, oh, Jeff got shut down again. But yeah, running a league is not an easy job.
He's costing Zuckerberg too much. He's like, I don't have the bandwidth for this kind of text messaging.
Like, what is this NASCAR 2003
text is the
thing?
smallest amount of anything. Like, how could that?
I don't know why they get angry about that. It's weird, but I think they think he's a robot.
Like, it wasn't intended to be used.
Yeah, don't use the service we provide. Why would you want to do that? But we'll use it. and we'll come here every Saturday and we'll watch it play out on the internet. Thanks for joining us, Kelly. I'll let you get on with your evening. And yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations again on the third place finish. And yeah, good luck with the holidays or whatever you have coming up. I'm sure it'll be a fun time.
All right. Thank you, guys. Sure was a lot of fun. Appreciate all y'all do.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Kelly is out. So see if we can get a hold of Jeff Elliott. He said he was on a holiday or a hiatus.
Oh,
Jeff,
baby.
you there, bud?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Second position, barely, dude. We were watching that in super slow-mo. Paglia got a crazy run on you. So yeah, let's talk about that, shall we?
Wild.
Well, real quick, he had a run on me in the beginning, so I thought for sure he was going to get it. Then Nate came back so hard coming out of the trial, but he bumped me good. And then I got actually, I think, in front of Paglia a little teeny bit. And that man just had enough horsepower to get back by me and nip me at the line. But what an amazing finish. We finally had that one lap shootout. He couldn't ask for, I mean, to go yellow, no, we didn't want that. But at least we had a green flag finish. And I want to congratulate all the guys for coming out tonight. What a battle. So I think we have 5 cautions, but, one blown motor. And so you take that off, 4 cautions. Not a bad race. They had some green flag stops and a lot of green flag racing. So I also want to congratulate the top 10, Greg Lavelle, BSR Hardy, BSR Ricky coming out. We haven't seen Joven in a while, so good to see him. Doug Hulick, he's always a threat. Godfrey, amazing run. Billy Elliser, man. You know what? I don't know how old Billy is. He sounds like he's 32, but great run for Billy for 5th. And Nate, man. Nate was on it tonight. I felt that in him, and it wasn't for him. I tried to drive the car in front of the guy behind me to help him, and that's what you need to do to help each other. And as long as I keep it straight for him to give me good bumps, even coming out of the corners a little bit, the man ran absolutely awesome. Got to pole position tonight. So Nate, kudos to Nate, and congratulations to also Kelly Kazi, man. He's a threat every week. Kelly, Congratulations, man. Awesome job. And Mark, man. Mark wasn't with us last night. Missed him. Hopefully, some changes might come about that. But anyways, great job to Mark, man. Well deserved. Great run. Good, clean racing.
So here's a question for you. I'm running the numbers right now. The top 3 drivers are out. So Brian Wolf was holding on to last spot. So unofficially, it looks like, according to my math anyway, taking the numbers from the export of tonight's race, which the viewers are looking at right now on the screen, Brian would be bumped up to 892 points. Grant Wesley, finishing 13th, is up to 886 points. Well, Larry Windham actually would fall out of this championship because he's only got 865 points because he ended up down the bottom, Windham in 26th. So those guys, that's what I'm getting to. So now, if Wyndham's out, Wolf's in, Grant's in with 886. Billy finished 5th and also gets 886. So are we taking 11 drivers? If this is if I'm right, do we take 11 drivers into the championship because there's actually a tie for 10th?
Yes. We don't actually have a rule on that because before you know it, you have a rule book as big as the lovely Bible that we read out of. But I would definitely, he would be in. Anybody that's tied with the same score, if it's 4 drivers, they're all in the chase, in my opinion. So I would say yes.
Right, because usually the way I look at it is you don't have a driver, you have a 10th place driver with 886 points. You have another 10th place driver with 886 points. That counts as the same position. So that could be kind of cool. I mean, let me tell you, this is quick math. I'm not saying that's right, But once you guys review your replays and, if there's any penalties that need to be laid, I'm sure these right now are unofficial results, but could be an interesting championship if we're taking 11 drivers into that first stage.
And it is what it is. And Craig Hagley's got a little extra work to do, but making our awesome renders 3D. It looks like it. So, yeah, man, kudos to all these guys, man. The weekend was a great weekend. The TeamSpeak was under control. Everybody was, good fellowship and good racing, good checking up after races, not piling into people. And, I thought it was all around a really great race tonight. Not because I finished in second, won last night, but just a good all around weekend. I wasn't even really trying to get up. I was just really trying to help Greg Palmer there. And unfortunately, we on the restart, he had to start on the opposite side of me. So I kind of lost contact with Palmer. I was really pushing him up there. How did he finish? 16th. So anyway, Greg, I tried, buddy, but we just lost connection there, man, to do a restart. But I had you up there in second place with, less than 20 to go. So anyways, guys, yeah, man, it's amazing. I can't wait to do the points with the guys and see where everybody stands after reviews. And what an amazing 8 weeks of racing. Unfortunately, 3 guys, can't make it to the final. So life comes, and they have things to do with the family. So it's all part of the schedule in the summer. So, it gives other people opportunity.
Yeah, that's it. I'll grab Mark and pull him down here right now. Yeah, congratulations, Jeffrey, on the second place finish. It's going to be an awesome playoff. Mark, I just added you to the group here, man. Congratulations on the win. You and Jeff at the line, dude. You had them by a wheel, though.
Yeah, I got off good, and Kelly didn't have such a great push behind me, but he came up and hit me just at the right time as Jeffrey got in front of me going into the tri-oval. I thought I was cooked. And, I drive in car, so all I could see was his fender. And then all of a sudden I could see out my rear mirror that I could see the back end of Jeff's car. So I figured I might have him.
It was crazy, man. I want to congratulate you on your win. Congratulations on racing clean, tight. I mean, from what? They're probably that way behind us as well. So kudos to the whole group. It stayed green all the way, and that's nice to see, man. And, it could have been anybody's race. From Nate, Godfrey, anybody actually. So congratulations, man. It's good to see you up front, and missed you last night. And
thanks, man.
Well, I want to say, congratulations to the whole group tonight, and I'll leave. Turn it over to you, boy.
Yeah, just before that last restart, as we're coming to the line, I thought for sure everybody was going to go 3 wide. The low line is quick when you go 3 wide. The low line has an advantage, and I thought for sure they would do it, but they didn't. And you were right there, and I said, "Oh no, here comes Jeff. He's too good of a driver to let this one get away from him."
Like you said, the inside, I found that to be the quick way around tonight, and stay down there, and it was. But one lap shootout, that middle lane does have a chance, especially when Kelly didn't have a great start behind you. So I'm like, I got a chance now. So come on, Nate, get some of that butt, rear end, whatever you want to call it. But man, what a fun race, and congratulations.
Yeah, I see the interval is like 0.01, but I bet you it's less than that if they were to, cut it down a little more. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, Jeffrey.
Ain't that weird? We're out of tri-oval. I actually think I was in front of you.
Yeah, you were.
And then you horsepowered it back with that awesome Ford that you drive, and got me at the end, man. So
no, it was a crazy. Yeah,
ahead,
sorry. I was just going to say it was a crazy late run from Mark. I'm thinking out of the tri-oval, he started to get that run, and then when we looked at it in slow-mo at the line, he was actually like a full tire in front of you, which is that's a lot. Coming at the tri-oval, like you actually clearly got in front, which was wild, like an awesome run.
Well, I owe that to Kelly Causey behind me and John Godfrey behind Kelly. It took those 2 guys to help me get through this, just like Nate was helping Jeffrey. I knew Nate was going to be, really pushing hard on him. I knew he was going to be a good partner for Jeff, but just worked out. I needed it. I've been up and down, and lately it just felt like down. So this one really gives me a little slug in the arm, which I needed.
Hey, Blaine, I'm going to let you finish up with Mark and run down those points with Mark again. I believe Mark is locked up, but I'll let you guys talk about that. Thanks for coming out, Mark. Man, can't wait till next week, brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Jeffrey, for all you do for us.
Yes, sir. And thanks, Bob, to the one and only Tarnation TV, Brad and Blaine. Man, there's nobody like you guys, like I always say. And we got some big plans coming up for the future. So I would be talking to you guys through the week and next week. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for keeping us busy. It's always good to have
Yeah, no kidding.
M4. All right, guys.
Yeah, we were running the numbers there, and it looks like there actually might be a two-way tie for last position. So we look, according to my math anyway, it looks like we might be headed into the first knockout round with 11 drivers, not 10. Because there's actually a deadlock between Grant Wesley and Billy Ellis there for the final spot, 886 points apiece. You came out of this thing, unofficially of course, 1,110 points. And Alex Moe, who had a 937, didn't have a very good finish. What's that? 1,019. Yeah, looks like you're first, man. There you go. No big deal.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Yeah,
but yeah.
No,
first
no
place
pressure
going
now,
into the first knockout run, or first knockout round. Yeah, exactly. No pressure.
Well, if we could just keep it clean and just, have some good partners here and there, that it'll work out. These are a lot of top-notch drivers, race on this Saturday night, and I just feel honored to be able to be competitive and tonight to pull one out of a dark place.
Yeah, it was a great run, a great late run, and yeah, I mean, you just walked by those guys and got another win, man. So yeah, it's always fun talking to you for sure. It's always fun watching you guys race. And yeah, sorry for making your wait. We talked to the top 4 drivers tonight, so sorry for the delay.
It's all good. There's a beer in my fridge waiting for me.
Nice.
Brad, you got a couple of them too, don't you? Them beers.
Yeah, you know what? 1 or 2 at least. Anyways, here's hoping. So we're gonna wrap this up because my
and you're on the West Coast,
so
it's only
upstairs. I gotta get a head start.
It's almost midnight here.
Well, Brad, I appreciate all you guys do, and especially Blaine. You guys do a great job. I always enjoy rewatching it. I'm going to watch this more than once.
No doubt, right?
Yeah, it was a
great
really
race
good.
night.
Yeah, a lot of fun, man. Brad and I we were on our game. Let's just say it was the best one ever.
I would say that was that shootout, the whole thing.
Humble.
Helicopter view, everything else. We sold you the whole seat, but you only need the edge, kind of a story, right? Like,
yeah. Well, it just seemed like myself and Ken and Kelly and a few others, we went and kept topping off and get pushed back to 14th place or 18th place, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I should have stayed out. But of course, it worked out, and sometimes you shouldn't have to second guess yourself, but you just hate being in the back. It makes it so much tougher to work through the field.
Well, especially when you're dancing around with possible accidents that happen too. Not too many catastrophes. All drivers finished the race today except for a couple. Only 3 retired today. So
yeah, I think it was one of our better clean races tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was. And considering some of the crashes, that was only the one that was out, was pretty darn good because it looked bad, but I mean, a lot of it was just like surface damage or just smoking tires and spinning out.
Mm-hmm.
So as opposed to anything catastrophic.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've seen some catastrophic ones.
Yeah, I always enjoy when you go in car and the car's in the air, 30, 40 feet, and you get to see the
flips.
Yeah, see the sky, see the ground, see the sky, back and forth. Makes me dizzy.
It's funny how like I see a car, or Brad will find a car. He's like, man, that guy just did like 10 flips, and I'm like, oh, did he now? Well, let's get into the worst camera view possible, cockpit view. Yeah, watch it not in slow mo. At real time, just to see how scrambled the driver became. But yeah, man.
Well, I always drive in car in the cockpit view, and a lot of people don't like to do that. They say they don't get to see as much, but I like the realism of being in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
I've done it. I do the car like offline, But yeah, online I have to get on the roof, and I don't want to, but I just can't. I can't do it. A little bit of a wider angle, even with cam hack. Do you use cam hack when you're in the cockpit?
I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up.
You can change your field of view, so you can see. Yeah, I use it. You can kind of basically it's like moving your driver's seat around.
What's it called? Cam hack?
Cam hack. I can send it to you if you want.
Yeah.
It's a little thing that kind of runs behind the game, and it allows you to kind of change your aspect ratio or maybe move your seat up and down. I find
It gives
some
you
mods
like 4
too.
extra horsepower too, but it's don't talk about that.
Oh, more horsepower.
Gives
Hell
you
yeah,
super
baby.
fast tires. Yeah. It's a handy little tool because some mods, when you're racing in cockpit view, it seems like the dashboard's like 80% of the way up the screen. The Camping World Truck mod. Like there's a lot of dashboard going on in that cockpit. But if you've got cam hack, you can sit yourself up in the seat a little higher so you can see through the windshield.
Okay. If I Google it, I'll be able to find it?
Probably. I've got it. I can send it to you. It's a small one.
Sounds great. All right, guys. Well, you have a great night. I don't want to keep Brad up any later in the house. I'm sure he's got a lot of fun things to do away out there on the West Coast.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna watch Matlock and head to bed pretty quick here.
Matlock. What, Golden Girls is over with already?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I gotta watch The Wheel and then Jeopardy. I got a pretty big evening planned.
MASH.
MASH. Yes.
Don't forget
Big
MASH.
Brothers MASH. No spoilers. I want to find out how I heard it's got a really happy ending, so I don't want to spoil it yet.
I heard Klinger wears a
party
dress.
tiger, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want to see what new dress he's wearing this week, right?
Thanks, Mark. We'll let you go.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Bud.
And there we go. That is how you do
That
what you
does
do,
it.
man. That's a quality broadcast right there. We had a lot of fun that night. That was a good race.
That was a fantastic race. That was even for like if someone was watching it who had never seen races before, you can't. That's like the shootout. That's the final. Well, not much like a shootout in the hockey game. Like it's all on the line. You're gonna make it or break it. Holy smokes! I'm still excited from that.
Yeah, even coming down to it, like when sometimes we call these races and 8, 9, 10 cars are forced to retire. Only 3 were forced to retire tonight, and 1 was a blown engine. So, it really was an entire field got to the checker, and nobody was. Was anybody a lap down? Let's check this.
I don't think so, because that's why I went back to the shootout, right? The final.
Dan was down a lap at the end.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought
that's
it was going to stay
probably
yellow if they were.
Yeah, it was weird. Maybe he got a penalty? Yes, he did. That's why. On lap number 63, the 388 had an unsafe pit entrance penalty and was forced to go to the longest end of the longest line. So,
drats.
But that didn't apply to the. He did that under caution, so it still went.
Right?
Yeah, it still went green. So that was a great.
What a
great
treat that was! That was a lot of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. And then the North Wilkesboro news that we might be running a special event for the fan club of the North Wilkesboro track itself. I mean, if they're willing to watch a virtual representation of their favorite track on planet Earth,
they're willing to put up with us.
Yeah.
Then I think we may be able to come to an agreement.
Yes, it could be a lot of fun. But thanks again to Rise of Dissension for letting us use your music. Thanks again to the... What am I hearing? Oh, that was Whisper. Thanks again to the North Wilkesboro fan page. If they are, interested in the services, we are here for you if you want it to happen. What else have I got? I think that's about it. Of course, thank you to all the drivers for putting on an excellent show as always. Jeff Elliott for running a tight ship. Bob, Ken, all the admins involved. And and you, man. I like what you've done with your hair.
You as well. Well, thank you. I'm growing it out, except for the top middle part, which I mean that's just how she goes.
Don't go.
Or in this case, that's how she don't go.
Yeah, you're too old for that. You don't need that top
I just
part.
want to go for a quick rip, guys. I just want to let you know. I believe Dan Level lost connection from the lap back. I think that's what happened there towards the last maybe 20 laps. So that's what happened.
There it is. Now we know.
Man, you're going, guys. Just want to clarify that Dan's a awesome driver, and he just been having some connection issues last week. But there are some storms on the East Coast here, so I just forgot to give a couple of shout outs, guys. I'd like to shout out to my father.
How's he doing?
He seems to be stable at this moment and back home with some hospice care,
Cool.
which is great news. And a shout out to friends of mine, Anne-Marie Moore. She watches it once in a while, so if you watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. And I want to give a shout out to you guys one more time. If anybody out there wants to hire these guys, you see what they do. A lot of leagues out there. They'll make your league fun, and entertainment is what the key is here, guys. And it brings in the family, the friends, the sisters, the brothers, the uncles. Not just the drivers watch his races. You wouldn't get 300 hits a race if drivers would watch it. So, guys, they're doing something right. So, thanks, guys, so much for what you do for us at Talladega Nights. And great job tonight. Can't wait to watch it. And I will be in touch with you, Blaine, during the week. Let you finish up here. And I just want to say thanks again.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks for giving us a place to do this and some races to call, because it's not really like work when you're just shooting the breeze and having fun. And we have lots of fun here.
Oh, I know you guys do. I could tell in the broadcast.
Especially when we get to talk like Greg Palma. Then it's my favorite time of the show.
Yes.
I just like the way he talks. I won't apologize for it. I just like he's got a great speaking voice.
Blaine has a great one. Go ahead, Blaine. Let's hear it.
Yeah,
hey now.
No. Do the Palmer.
Oh, do the Palma? Okay, well, this is Greg Palma, and we'd like to say from the 22 Hooters, Flamin' Rocket Chevrolet Ford Camry, have yourself a good night. Keep your stick on the ice.
Good job.
It's like, I got goosebumps. It's like he's in the room.
He's sitting right here. Thanks, Greg, man. We love you, man.
Yeah. Only from the deepest place of respect.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like you say, he's got a very he's like us, man. It's just laid back, just hanging out. What are you gonna do? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go racing.
A great cadence, a good manner of speaking, and
all around
it's
pleasant gentleman.
About it.
Yeah. Well, I think if you want to watch some more racing, everybody should tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel, and get ready for some knockout round, because if my math is right, and there is 11 cars coming into that knockout round, that's going to be pretty cool. And then the week after that, the final 5.
More than 10.
It is. That's 10 plus 1.
It's exactly 2 more than 9.
We could go all the way down the list.
We could, but I digress. But anyways, that will make it extra exciting. The extra position, the stakes are just that much higher.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a full field, I guarantee. It'll be 38 plus cars every single week. So let's see what happens. Early. The first round of the playoffs starts next Saturday. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. So keep your stick on the ice.
If you need to make the tree look bigger, sometimes you just got to trim the shrubs a bit.
Away from me, away from me, away from me. I just can't imagine living one more day without you. And I lied when I said I'd try everything in my power to. I can't forget your smile, no matter how hard I try. And every day that passes just makes me wanna die.